I think so. You got to go live on YouTube.
Starting. I'm watching the stream health right now.
Yeah.
Did you mute that?
There's like a 15-second delay with that.
I can't mute it till it goes live.
Just mute the...
I'll mute the whole computer.
Yeah. Don't you have a button to mute it on the keyboard?
I don't know.
The cat's sitting next to you. Or behind you. On the other
I
side.
muted the whole computer. Tony Bear.
All right, there you go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Trainwreck Podcast. I am your host, Sam. Today...
Oh, look at the little name things.
Yeah, you like the little name things?
Yeah, that's pretty fancy.
Things. So now they know where we're sitting. So obviously, Rory, Andy, this is our special guest, Chris from Thy Geekdom Con. We'll get to him in a moment. I will make sure I say con, because I keep saying come all the time.
That's the
Thy
joke.
Geekdom what?
Con.
At least you get the joke.
Con! If you want to learn more information about us, you can check us out at www.trainwreckgaming.com. You can go to trainwreckgaming.com/Twitter/Facebook/YouTube/ you can go to patreon.com/trainwreckgaming. You can donate there. Helps us grow, make our podcast better. Rate, hate, and subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you to everybody who goes and does that. And you can go to trainwreckgaming.com/Amazon or trainwreckgaming.com/Audible. Get your free audio book or buy whatever you want. Christmas is coming up, so use that link for Amazon and you go buy stuff, and it helps.
I
us
suggest
out.
you not buy anything for Christmas and donate to our Extra Life as a Christmas present. Like, just give people a gift certificate.
We
like,
didn't get to the Extra
I
Life
donated
stuff yet.
$50 in your name to Extra Life.
We didn't get the Extra Life.
I didn't know. Okay, that's fine.
You can also go to extra-life.org/team/trainwreckgaming, and you can donate to help us. We have our Extra Life event.
I must have to take a breath like middle of the
I
leg.
know, that was long.
I know.
I was like,
We have our Extra Life 24 Hours of Gaming event coming up this weekend. We are going to have a full house. We encourage you to come back to gaming.youtube.com/trainwreckgaming. Watch us play video games. Watch us make asses of ourselves.
Get drunk.
Get
get naked.
Right on Rory's face when he passes out.
I'm not going to pass out.
Right on
comes after
Andy's
getting
face when he
drunk.
passes out.
Happen.
I will come strapped to your house. Right
I don't
on my
care.
face.
I don't care.
Good thing Brandywine Hospital is right around the corner. Someone's getting shot in the knees.
What?
If you shoot in the knee or below, it's not attempted murder.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like it's a lie.
I'm taking out your knees.
I
I feel like your aim's really bad.
I feel like if I'm going to do it, I'm going to find out.
And how would you know that?
I've seen it on television.
On caps? On caps?
I'm going to hand it over to Chris for a moment and let him give you the rundown of all of his websites, which you can see at the bottom, right here,
In the middle.
this way,
Kind of.
there.
You got to put this. There you go.
Woo! I got to go way low for that.
Did you hurt yourself there?
It's pretty fancy.
Introduce yourself if you wouldn't mind to everybody.
Yes, I'm Chris of Thy Geekdom Con. Yeah, the website is www.thygeek. You just want to say this. ThyGeekdomCon.com. It's Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at Thy Geekdom Con. Like it's / that.
Yep.
I don't know.
/ or /?
Don't start.
What?
It's one of them slashes.
My mom wants to know.
Do you have them labeled on the keyboard? The slash that says like
I
F for /
blacked out all the keys she doesn't need. Makes it easier.
You super glue them shut.
Yeah.
Thy Geekdom Con is coming up next week. What month are we in? November 14th. Starting at
11
11
and ending at 5.
and ending at 5 p.m. And then there's a little after get together at, you changed the
The
location.
Claymont Steak Shop.
The Claymont Steak Shop. You go hang out there, meet people, all that. So we're going to talk to Chris more about that in a moment. Gentlemen, let's get into what did we play this week real quick. Rory, what did you play this week?
More Assassin's Creed, because they gave me silly steampunk outfits.
Really?
So I wore them for a little bit, and they were pretty boring, so I put the other outfit back on.
New top hat?
No. It comes with the same old top hat. It's a pretty generic top hat at this point. And then I picked up Need for Speed,
Yes.
and I'm not super impressed. I don't want to say I'm heartbroken yet. I'm not very far into the game, but I'm not super impressed either.
They've had some really bad Need for Speeds, though. Like Pro Street. That was terrible.
Yeah.
It can't be that bad.
I think, and we always talk, all we want is Underground and Underground 2 again.
You're never getting that at this
And
rate.
that's what I just said. I said, we're never going to get it.
It's never
And this one is
They had Little John in
like
there.
a half-ass throw almost to underground. Like I think the environments are great, but like my Xbox One's a little choppy with it. The car selection hasn't been huge,
Do you need to
especially
dust
from the
it?
beginning. Dust my Xbox One?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dusted all the time.
Yeah, but on the inside. Do we need to blow it out?
Like, yeah, blow it inside.
I don't know.
Like the top where the fans are.
I didn't know you should do that.
We should try that.
I tried to vacuum it.
I just buy a new one every like
don't get
year or
that.
two. That's what I do.
Oh, yeah,
That's getting a little slow. I'm gonna buy a new one.
Because you're rich.
Well,
You put diamonds in your food.
obviously. Drink Goldschlager so my poop's gold.
That's been about it.
You're probably quickly going to learn why we call this a train wreck.
Yeah, he fits in pretty well.
Yeah.
Chris is our newest member. You're in.
What you play this weekend?
Well, first off, I'm upset because I haven't been able to go get my Need for Speed yet to actually play it. So
You got like a couple days left before Fallout 4 comes out.
listen,
He has 6 days left.
I
That's fine.
took off. I'm off next Wednesday, and I purposely took off Thursday and Friday so that I can play Fallout 4.
Oh, you know what
3
might
days
happen though?
straight.
He might get real into Fallout 4 and just completely forget about the fish tank sitting in the front yard.
No, because I get the.
I'm going to get it and drag it out.
I will murder you. If there's one thing that's more important to
You're
me than
really into
Fallout
this
4,
murder
it's
thing
my
tonight.
fish tank. Well, no, see, I'm going to shoot you above the knee.
Yeah, I was going to say this. You're going to shoot you above the knees. Because the knees is...
I will shoot your privates
I gotta get
off
rid
to
of this.
start.
I'm going to just keep clicking it.
No, but so I'm upset about that right now. Maybe I'll run after this and go pick it up.
lights are
I have
bright.
pre-ordered. But a lot of Assassin's Creed, a lot of HOTS,
They are kind of bright, aren't they?
and I kind of messed with StarCraft 2 again. Played Prelude missions again. Just for shits and giggles.
That's the 9th. So
You haven't been on HOTS lately. I needed somebody to play with.
I was on HOTS.
you play too late at night.
No, I don't.
I wasn't
Too
on
late.
last night. I was on the night before.
Oh.
I played Sunday night. We played a 5-pack for this. My buddy and 3 of the guys were just totally shit-faced. They had champagne sundae, and then they ran out of champagne, so it evolved into...
I want to get boxed wine.
well,
for
that's
this
what it evolved
weekend.
into. Champagne ran out, so they're like, we're out of champagne. What are we doing? We're like, wait, there's boxed wine in the pantry. I can hear them on the Skype because they're all in the same apartment. The next thing you know, you can hear the box opening up, and they start... the one guy was so shit-faced, we kicked him out of the party, so he went down to 4. He started playing another map and was yelling to everyone else that someone was in his lane thinking we were all still playing with him. It's the most confusing thing because I'm trying to play and he's like, Nova's in my lane! And you're like looking down to where he's at because I've played like 4 games
He's
with
not
him.
even a Nova in the match.
He's not even in our match. We kicked him out of our own party, but I keep looking around. It was a very entertaining Sunday evening playing HOTS.
Well, that's what it's going to be like on Saturday.
Oh,
I don't think it will be like that.
Sunday's going to be a hurt day. Sunday's podcast, I feel bad for anyone who comes and watches that. It's going to be a bunch of like Red Bull.
Hey guys,
Aspirin.
Let's do a podcast
And,
let's
like,
get it done.
I'm telling you, the
My
Rory,
head- my
Rory
meat-
napping live stream.
Like one of us just randomly running out of the room in intervals to go and like throw up.
I'm not getting shitty wasted
Are you
like
going to
that.
have clothes on at that point?
I think our viewership would probably prefer to have clothes on.
Yeah, according to your wife, that she doesn't like to see asses.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that was mostly your ass
But
back.
plural. So it's okay if she sees one ass. Just
She
not,
didn't
not,
like
not
to
when it
see-
becomes
She
plural.
didn't like to see my back ass.
It's pretty large.
It's not
It's so
large.
hairy, dude.
There's nothing there. It's just
So-
back ass.
Nothing
so
there.
hairy.
It's pretty large.
Yeah, we'll explain back ass later, Chris.
Chris, did you play anything this week, or have you been busy getting
No, I've been playing.
things together?
No, I've been playing Halo 5.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
That was my debate: Halo 5 or Need for Speed,
It's pretty good.
and I went Need for
Did
Speed.
you play-
I've heard
Did
mixed
you-
things about it.
Did you play the... Well, all right, this
I've
story...
heard mixed things about both though, because like Need for Speed, I've read the same thing, and with Halo, I've
All
seen
right,
both.
well, here's the thing. The story of Halo, this one is setting up 3. It's kind of like those in-between... Like, you know Dragon Age 2?
Wait, 5 is setting up 3?
Well, 5 is setting up
6.
6.
It's a trilogy.
Like a next
It's a
trilogy.
trilogy.
Okay.
It's a second... They just put... All right. So, like, you know how Dragon Age 2 was essentially setting up Inquisition?
Okay.
Correct.
Right. But, like, 2 is, like, the story where just kind of, like, you're in the middle of it. It's like, that's what 5 is. You're in the middle. And it's like they're setting up what's really going to happen.
I
So
gotcha.
it's like, you're playing the story, you're just like, all right, like...
So in
Oh.
6, Locke and
And then that's-
Master Chief are going to be homies.
Yeah. And
Probably.
there's
Ruin
things
the
that go
story,
on and-
Rory.
Let's be honest.
Right, and then
Let's be
it's...
honest.
It's a very thin
Because
story.
it's like, you're like, that's it? Oh. Like, you just... It's gonna go on to that. But
Yeah.
Did you play the beta at all?
Mm-mm.
Oh well, it's really cool. They added like B. So all right, you know how Reach had all those abilities.
Yeah.
They took out the armor lock, but you hit B, you boost anywhere. So anytime you hit B, like as long as you have it on cooldown, you could just go. And if you jump in the air and pull the trigger, the left trigger, you could look down the sight and float. So you could get like a rocket launcher, jump up, pull the trigger, and go, and let go and drop. So it's cool.
So kind of like Titanfall in a way, because Titanfall played like that. You could boost up the jump, and then you could scope down and kind of like drift down.
Pharaoh's like that in Overwatch.
And you have the Destiny Slam. That's kind of hard to pull off. And if you run and you hit the bumper, you charge into people. They added a lot. It's pretty cool. You have to get used to it.
No, I'll definitely have to check it out.
The multiplayer.
Maybe it'll be a purchase we have to make for this weekend.
Yeah.
And we can
No,
just
there's
jam
already
out
so
on it.
much this weekend. I'm not playing.
Yeah,
There's a
Halo
ton of
5
stuff
too.
going on this weekend.
I'm ready to buy an $80 board game, let alone another $60 video game.
Well, there's Yokai Watch and Call of Duty on Friday. Those two I'm getting. Yokai
Call of
Watch, you know
Duty.
that?
Yo,
I
that
can't
that
do
new
Call-
commercial's so funny though.
I can't do.
You guys
Have
know what
you seen
Yokai
it?
Watch is?
Hey,
though?
no,
What's
have you heard-
Yokai
idea.
Watch?
Have you heard about Kevin?
Is
Yeah,
that
Kevin.
It's done by it's a 3DS game. So that might be why you guys don't know.
Nah, none
It's
of
like
us
a
have 3DSs.
Pokemon. It's a Pokemon competitor.
Okay.
It's
Is it Pikachu?
No,
No,
it's
well, it's
all
not
like
Pokemon.
ghosts, and you have a watch, and you get a watch, and you could get these ghosts, and it's weird. It's like
Is it like
Oh, is that
Pokemon
different?
Go? Do
Oh,
I
no,
have
no,
an
no.
actual watch, or
No.
just in the game
That's
you have
like,
a watch?
Isn't that where it's like or as you wander around? And
No,
like
it's Pokemon
no,
Go.
that's
Oh,
Go.
God.
This is it's actually a different game with different characters, everything. It sounds pretty cool, and it's weird because when you do the I don't know, you guys obviously aren't into Pokemon or anything.
No.
Well,
You have amiibos.
I
I
was.
like Pokemon, but
What? Who has amiibos? Damn
But
it.
it's-
Amiibos.
But it's like that. It should be really cool. It's still different
So-
because you have to do like a lot of it is on the touchpad, the stylus. Which is
Oh, okay,
kinda
okay.
weird. I don't know about that.
No, I had a Nintendo DS when they first came out, the dual screen stuff, but I never went any further
Did you have
than
the
like
big one that like looked like
Yeah.
Iron Man?
It was dope. I loved that thing, man. It was so cool. And that's when I was traveling a lot for work, when I was selling smut and all that stuff.
I miss you being in that job.
Dude, people still talk about it. Like I went to a wedding, they were like, "Oh, you worked at the porno store, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." 10 years ago.
Could use your discount.
That was a good discount.
So, are you actually getting Call of Duty?
Yeah,
I'm so burnt out from Call of Duty. This is
Yeah.
This is the first thing I'm going to totally pass on.
it looks like Titanfall. That looks like Titanfall. Because you can run
Yeah,
walls
oh yeah,
now.
real, it totally looks
Yeah.
like Titanfall.
It's like
Even the commercial, like that. Have you heard about Kevin? Like that commercial totally buys into like the exact benefits in Titanfall.
well, they both run what? They both run off of a similar engine. I think they both run off of modified Quake engines.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
They both run off very similar engines because what do you call it? When the guys from Infinity Ward left, they brought
Just
a lot
took
of
it
their,
with them.
They brought a lot of their assets.
Who's doing? Is that Dice now?
No.
Dice?
Dice is gone.
Battlefront.
Dice is
Battlefront and
Battlefield,
Battlefield.
but-
And they're doing
yeah.
Battlefront coming out soon.
I don't
Battlefront.
even want to get into that.
What? Did you play the beta for that? I didn't.
Yeah.
Was it good?
No.
Real?
It was like playing Call of Duty. I hate Call of Duty.
But he's still going to buy the game
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
Star Wars.
just because of Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
Sure.
It better have
You know what?
BB-8 in it.
You know what? I went into spending the full $120 on the damn thing.
Yeah.
Just so I can get all the maps so that I can play on servers that play all the maps. That's what's going to
I
happen.
gotta say, I saw a really cool Star Wars shirt today. It was like had the Lion King rock
Yes.
and Darth Vader
I
standing
saw
there
that. It was
holding
hilarious.
cute, and it has like the actual lightsaber. I was like, I almost bought it for you.
Did you play anything else?
No, mainly Halo. Mainly Halo.
Are you like playing as many games as you can right now? Because you know next week you're going to be busy as shit.
No, I generally play a lot, and there's just so many that comes out right now in November.
This is
this is the bad
ridiculous.
This is an
It's
insane
always
month.
it's crazy. It's not as bad as years prior though. There was this what?
I don't know.
Really,
This
I think
one's
this is probably the worst
particularly
November
bad
for me that I can remember.
No, wasn't there? There was one time there was like 4 games in one day, right?
Yeah.
They're speaking to the disembodied voice off the.
Taunted down here. There's a ghost.
No, but there was this one time it was like or twice. It was like 4 games in 1 week, and I was like, oh my god.
We're almost at that. I mean, between
Well, yeah.
we had a little break from Assassin's Creed over, but then with Need for Speed, Halo, StarCraft 2, Fallout 4, Call of Duty, Black Ops,
Tomb Raider.
Yokai Watch.
Yeah, Tomb Raider's one.
Uh,
I
Oh yeah, Tomb
I
Raider.
might
Nino
actually
Cooney
buy that this
4.
weekend.
Yeah, dude,
Actually, it's a
I don't know how.
PlayStation 3 game.
At this
Awesome,
point, I'm
actually.
just gonna I'm gonna have to
It's the
call
new
it quits.
Dan.
I know. As soon as he mentioned like Yokai Watch and it's a Pokemon, it's like a knockoff Pokemon.
Dan,
I was
we
like,
found your replacement.
This is our new guy.
Finally.
He has every system.
Yes.
That's good. He should.
I haven't found a reason to buy PS4 yet.
When it was $2.99 the other day, you should have.
Well,
The new
I
Nathan
didn't get in
Drake
in
game
time.
will eventually make me buy a
Na-
PS4.
yeah, the new Uncharted or that Detroit game. Did you guys watch the trailer for that yet?
No.
No,
Detroit
it's
game.
no.
Post it on Facebook.
No, the one game. Oh, what is it? It's one that instead of it's Guerrilla Games. Instead of them making the Kill Zone, they're making that game that you're this girl out in the wilderness and you're like you go with like a bow. I saw in E3 they showed
Tomb
it.
Raider.
No. It's the
The
Guerrilla
Last
Games.
of Us 2.
No, it's Guerrilla Games. You know the people who make Kill Zone.
Yeah, I know.
They're making another game. It's like starts with an H.
Look,
I
got a
know what
laptop.
you're
I
talking
can
about,
look
but
it
I
up.
don't remember what the name of it is. But
Look at Guerrilla
I
Games.
thought that looked good.
It did.
But did you see the trailer for Detroit yet?
Actually, what looks better is scale bound. Did you see the actual?
Oh yeah,
looked
the
good.
gameplay
That
looked pretty
crazy.
dope of that.
I was,
Not that Guerrilla Games.
Somebody's got to find. Some of you guys have to watch the trailer for
What-
Detroit.
There's this whole thing called social media, and all you have to do is post it and tag us in it. And
We're
then
in a
we'll
room
know.
with like 15 computers, and I
know.
talk about it like every week, and you guys just.
What's the name of the game?
Hang on, I gotta get there. I'm working on it.
Hostile.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? What is it? Zero.
Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay, I heard
It
the
looks
title.
pretty good. Looks pretty good.
No Man's Land is what will get me to buy a PS4.
I don't know.
Or No Man's
it's
Sky, I mean.
Well, that's coming out. That's gonna come out in like a year. It'll come out for the Xbox.
No Man's Sky, you mean?
Whatever.
Yeah.
I said No Man's Land first, then I correct myself.
Oh,
No Man's
okay.
Sky.
Yeah.
Keep up.
Sorry. So, alright, let's get into our interview. Oh, I played HOTS, Overwatch, Guild Wars 2, Team Fortress 2, because the Halloween events are going on right now, so I've been playing that stuff. And that's it. I'm ramping up for Fallout 4 next week.
Game over. Literally, like for my life.
You got
Unless
400 hours to
unless
go.
I do like the Skyrim and I just find myself a whole day doing one thing and I'm just like I'm putting this game down. Like Skyrim, I literally watched my roommate leave for work
then
and
you
he
sit
came
there-
home and I was still just blacksmithing stuff.
Yeah!
Like
I would spend like.
I was like, nah, it's time to put this down.
There's
like,
way too much time I spent blacksmithing, and then like you need that one stone. You know it's in this one town, so you'd go get the stone just to bring it back to blacksmith some more. And you're like,
I never did any of that. I just ran around.
I barely did the story
and I
mostly just
downloaded a bunch of
crafted
mods.
stuff.
So I had
Yeah,
like...
but see, you played on PC, so it's different.
I had the Macho Man Dragon. That was hilarious.
The only thing I did with that. What?
There's a
It
dragon.
literally,
Oh,
the dragons talk like Macho Man instead of
And
roaring.
look like Macho Man. That's what's
But
even better.
what do you
Kind
call
of.
it?
did he
like
fire
Macho
Slim
Man.
Jims
The
at
one
you?
thing the one
Slim Jim.
But the one thing I did with that was it was like I went into this one person's bedroom crouched and I rubber band the controller so you're like creeping over them for hours to get the your sneak skill up.
Really?
Yeah, when you had to be on this one
See,
bed.
that's
and this
modding.
you had to be over this one bed of this one person, like just creeping over them, like you know,
That's-
like
that's
you're doing
like,
like.
That's what I used to do for Gran Turismo. I would rubber band the X button on my PlayStation so that the gas would just keep me going around in the
Right.
circuit in those endurance races, and he was my car would just grind around the outside wall for like 10 hours.
Well, that's like the old Star Wars MMO. If you wanted to go anywhere on a planet with a speeder, like you would literally like put something down to weigh down your mouse.
Oh, yeah.
So you would just go
Yeah.
like for
Because they were like full-size planets.
yeah. It was that game was horrible.
Yeah.
I was a pretty sexy dancer though.
Well, see, that was the
about
cool
it.
thing is you could be whatever you wanted.
Yeah, but it was so broken.
Yeah.
Like not even that it was broken, but it was like
So you're an intergalactic stripper?
yeah, no, essentially like you go into Mass Effect and there's like the Asari dancers.
Yes.
I was one of those, but with the weird neck things.
You're a
Yeah, it
Twi'lek.
was a Twi'lek.
Twi'lek.
And then we tried to have a moisture farming conglomerate on Tatooine,
Moisture.
and it didn't happen. And then you're like level 7, and you see some badass dude, and he's like, "Oh, come over and help me out with this." And you're like, "All right." And he shot this like hornet's nest and just left us there to die.
In moisture.
Yeah,
In moisture.
it was horrible.
Had to
Moisture farming.
Moisture farming.
farming.
Yeah.
Just the word
It's a
moist.
very special,
It's just the word
special technique.
That's what I used to.
Yeah, you've now like sent any woman who's potentially watching our podcast.
Yeah.
away. So,
There
so
were-
your
there were-
Hi,
wife-
Mom.
wife.
We have a lot watching right now.
Besides the disembodied voice.
Look, there's people talking in the chat. Hi, chat. Polio cosplay.
It's Topher. Hey.
Hi. Oh, I can't spell.
He's the guy from the videos.
I know, I'm just spelling
the
wrong.
Deadpool from the videos with the eyes, the good eyes, the good mask.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did see that today, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you always see these Deadpools that look like shit.
Yeah, but I think it's okay for Deadpool to look like shit, unless you're just wearing the hoodie, and then that doesn't count at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of
unless
funny.
you're a Scarface underneath the hoodie.
No, wearing one of those zip-up mask hoodies doesn't count.
No,
for
not
shit.
the zip-up mask, but if you want to wear like his hoodie and just like a straight up like burnt
Freddy
off all your
Krueger
skin
mask?
face, yeah.
There we go. You can repurpose your Freddy Krueger mask.
And then you have a
besides those
friend,
weird
and then
sex
you gotta
games
do, like,
with
the
your
scene
wife.
I got a Spawn mask over there. It's pretty good.
And then you gotta do the one scene from the
Spawn
movie
mask.
and just have a friend follow you around and just make all sort of like
That's movie
scrotum
Spawn
jokes.
mask. Did you notice it?
I love that movie.
So do I.
I so wish Spawn could get relaunched somehow.
Somebody was talking about trying to redo it. All right, so let's talk to Chris about.
Like, why are we looking at Fallout 3 for?
No, I was getting a link to make sure I posted it up on
Chat.
Twitter.
Twitter.
Tell us what made you decide to start a convention in Delaware?
In Delaware, well, you know, I didn't want it
It's
to
the
be
country's first
it's
state.
right. No, really, it's just that I really like video games, and we were talking about that before. There's
Yep.
not really anything solid of video games, and I still use. It's hard to do. It's really not easy to get anything with video games. It's weird. People like to play, but since like we went all online, nobody wants to play with people anymore. Like I used to play GoldenEye and Mario Kart and a little bit of Smash Brothers with kids, and we used to go with our controllers and we used to play.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, we have to play online from our houses. We can't do that. I'm like, oh, why don't we try to do that? And it kind of evolved into more of a cosplay, anime, everything else with it too. And I was like, all right. And actually, the title is actually obviously the joke that you keep on messing up.
Mispronouncing,
it's supposed
but
to be
it's-
like, it's supposed to be like, oh my god, like just give them everything, like everything,
Yeah.
just like fuck it, just give them everything, you know. That's what I just got. I'm like, all right, you want anything that's geek related, everything, just throw it in there, and that's where.
No, that's cool, and
'Cause
you're seeing that even with some of the bigger cons.
Yeah.
That it's a little of everything now.
Well,
It's
they
not
call
strict
it a
anymore.
Comic Con, and
Yeah.
it's like it's not even comic
There's
books
barely any
anymore.
comics
It's
there.
everything else, you know. Yeah.
It's
So-
Funko Pop cons.
Oh my god.
Pretty much.
Slimer.
Yeah, you haven't seen my
Well,
house.
I've had.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on getting a blue claptrap.
Really.
It's a little difficult right now. Someone hacked my goddamn GameStop account and spent 15,000 points on Congregate
Oh, I got
points,
So many.
and blue claptrap is like 13,000 points. So I'm trying to get them. Just give me a blue claptrap.
I usually get the rare comic books from that.
Oh yeah, that's a good pickup.
I should probably log into my account for you.
Yeah,
So if I have 15,000 points, I'll just give them to you.
I just found out a Harlequin I have is worth $300. It was just because I have it.
Oh yeah,
Which one is it?
It's a Harlequin #1 for the new series, mind you. It's her. She's in a straitjacket and she's kind of like curled up on the ground. And
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a variant for the #1, and I have it. I bought it for $20 because I liked it, and I saw it in the shop and they wanted it.
I went nuts about Spider-Gwen when she came out. So I was like, variants, grabbing them, buying them.
It's only some of them don't work. Some of them blow up. Apparently, I was like, holy shit! Like I
Yeah.
didn't expect that. That was crazy.
Did you run home, grab yours, and take it back to sell it for $300? No, I would have.
No, I have Daredevil #2 from 1969, 7.0 graded with the yellow label signed by Stanley.
So,
There you
That's
go.
all
That's
mine.
pretty cool.
so where do you
So what's
live?
your address
and what
again?
time would you be away from
Right.
home?
You have to find it. But yeah, that's my.
It's in between the Playboys underneath the bed.
It's all,
Underneath the
it's
mattress?
all sticky. Well, Playboy does not even have nudes anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
That kind of stuff makes
That's
my,
right. I haven't read Playboy in
makes
years.
my
I'm a
penis
hustler kind of
soft.
guy.
Now, is it awkward that you just said that with your mom sitting there over there?
No,
It's the
she
ghost.
knows.
It's not his mom.
She knows. I say that all the time.
The ghost.
It's-
The ghost.
First of all, that last video, who do you think was filming that?
You know what?
Mom.
When I was
And
reading
there was
the
a
credits, I
riot
realized
going
it
on.
was
Yeah, and there was a. If Topher is watching, he could say what was going on. It was hell breaking loose.
Because this is the second iteration of this, correct?
Yeah.
So, would you consider the last iteration successful, and that's what led you into
Yeah.
doing this? Because this is the second iteration of this, correct?
Yeah.
So, would you consider the last iteration successful, and that's what led you into doing this?
It was
next
a
one?
lot. It was a lot of learning that time to get it all set up and everything, and figure what people wanted. So it's like we figured people want panels.
Yeah.
To me, that kind of is odd because it's like I don't want to sit in a thing. Like I'm at an event. I want to be doing something. To me, that's doing nothing. But people want that. So you figure, I had to figure what they wanted. That's what we were talking about. Like I have to figure what do they actually want to sit through.
Yeah.
So I try to do a lot of different things as much as we can. That's where you guys come in with Phil. Which you could explain what McNulty does and who he is too.
Well, Phil's essentially a comic book artist at this point.
You know what? Speaking
So-
of Phil, he was supposed to announce something the other day, and I don't know if it was announced.
I'm not sure. We'll have to check up with him.
So-
Send him a message.
But yeah, like he does work with William Shatner.
Yeah.
Stanley.
He's doing work with Stan Lee. He's doing. He did work with Kevin Smith of Smodco. Got him in contact with William Shatner. William Shatner got him in contact with.
Stan.
Go to the chat. I think I see.
Got him in contact with William Shatner. William Shatner got him in contact with.
Stan.
Go to the chat. I think I see.
Yeah. Tell Chris to talk about his New Mutants.
Yeah.
We'll get that in 1 sec. You can tell me all about your New Mutants.
Oh,
But yeah, he just, just Phil's amazing, and the fact that he asked us to, of all people,
Yeah.
it's not like you watching this podcast. No, we're not a big podcast, But he was like, you guys know me the best. You support me whenever you come to the shows. I mean, on my wall I have 1, 2, 3,
a lot
4,
of his stuff.
5,
Yeah.
6, and there's a 7th one, or nope, 7.
The Flash. Are you counting the Flash?
I don't have the Flash up there.
Oh, it is. Isn't it?
That's he's supposed to be giving me he's gonna, I'm gonna get the Flash from him. Cause I thought I had it, and actually the Reverse Flash is cool because if you look, he
Yeah.
signs his name backwards.
Oh yeah, he did.
So,
That's crazy.
I have a ton of his art. Rory has a ton of his
Yeah,
art.
yeah.
He just what he does is amazing. So when he asked us to do it, and I think it's awesome. We did the interview with him.
So it'll be cool because it will actually be essentially a live stream of his panel,
Yeah.
which is going to be kind of cool. Not that I don't know if it's groundbreaking. I don't know if anyone's ever done it before, but it's kind of nice. Maybe other people can kind of see what panels are all about. And I think specifically Phil's going to talk about Man of War, among other things like a Q&A. But Man of War is the stuff he did with Shatner, which is technically kind of
It's
a
what he's
digital
still doing with Shatner.
Yeah, he's still doing it.
digital
Yeah.
motion
Yeah, it's weird.
comic. You know what I mean? It's actually pretty cool.
What's
It's pretty
entertaining is
legit.
it's only 2 people. It's Phil writing it, or I'm sorry, Phil drawing it and an inker,
Yeah.
and that's it.
So, but it especially
And he colors it.
The inker colors it. Yeah.
Okay, so he ain't.
yeah. I mean, they do everything like digital,
Well, actually,
so it's pretty
I think
crazy.
Phil might. Oh, wait, am I doing that wrong? Does Phil? I think Phil draws and inks it, and then
Maybe
there's
he
a
colors it.
writer
Colors.
for
I'm
it.
not sure.
I don't remember. I just know
We're
it's
gonna
2
find
people.
out if
Yeah.
you tune in and watch Phil's Q&A. We'll find out for some details about that.
Yeah. So I mean, you have
Also-
you have
I feel like an anchor's like the
Phil's
ultimate
going on.
colored
Yeah.
book.
what else
person.
is going on?
All right. So we have we have 2 bands playing, which we have 2 bands playing. We have a woman singing anime songs, which is pretty cool. We have Rocky Horror Picture Show. We have Phil. We have the 501st talking of. I'm trying to remember all this. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
See, I want to.
2
What
anime.
time's the 501st on?
Well, we're gonna have to move Phil.
Yeah, we have the world's tallest hypnotist. They're at the 2:00.
Good. I'll be able to see it.
1 or 2 o'clock? I don't know. Anime panels about history of anime and getting started in anime.
Dragon Ball Z. You're good.
Right? No, going back beyond that of like what is it? The Astro Boy and Speed Racer?
Oh yeah, like
the
way
older,
back. Yeah.
older stuff. Yeah, that's when I got started with the DBZ and everything. But yeah, beyond that, and there's more. I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
No, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
There's
No,
tons of stuff going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the New Mutants is the I have New Mutants '98. I didn't actually pay that much for it. I got $80 got me this. I'm a hipster Deadpool fan, so $80 I got. New
So you
Mutants
like hipster or you like Deadpool before
he was
Deadpool
cool.
was cool?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I have the whole first run of it, by the way, like the whole first whole long run of it. I
Oh,
got
yeah.
all of it, including him with the Punisher, the 2 with the Punisher. That's more money. I got those. But yeah, it's I got that for $80 with number 1, number 2, and 5. Was it? It was that's what I got all for $80. Now
Yeah.
1 is a lot of money, and 98 New Mutants 98 is a lot. So that's actually I got that grade. It's a 9.4. So it's not a 9.8 or anything. It's a 9.4.
That's still pretty nice,
but
though.
it's still it's the price of that is is crazy how high that went, and it's purely because of how popular he's become now. And the movie is helping.
So do you think grading is worth it? Because I think it's expensive.
All right, yes, it is, but CGC is a problem. You have to do it through CGC because the other ones, people are like, oh, I don't know, it's graded by this company, but I don't know. But CGC is a very shady company to work with.
Oh yeah.
Because I actually have it was for Iron Man 2. It was LG, an LG promotion. I landed with 3 of them. It was you can't get the comic book anywhere. It's not even in Overstreet Guide. So what happens with it? I go get Stan Lee to sign it, and I get them to grade it. I let them take it and put it in their briefcase and take it. I come back, and it had no dents, dings, crimps, or anything, and it comes back as a 7.0 for a modern book. Modern book being a 7.0, you might as well throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
That's where the Daredevil from '69. That's a very good book because people didn't
The
store
age and everything.
and they didn't store it. They didn't have plastic wrap or anything they have now, the bags and everything. So I was like, "Are you serious?" So and there's not much you could do. And we got it shipped, and they went from Las Vegas. It went from Florida to Las Vegas to us because we were tracking it, and we're like, "What the hell?" And the girls, I get the book. And with crimps and things and dings in it. And it's like, you serious? So, yeah, you have to be on top of them. And the best way to actually send anything is to send it through a dealer person. Through you would have to send it to Mile High Comics.
Okay,
him send it. Let somebody who's that, and let them send it because they will actually give him a better grade. And when you want to get something graded, if it's an older book, it's called insurance. They say, oh, well, if your book is worth this much, you should pay this much to get it graded. No, you always want to pick the highest one because they'll actually give you a higher grade. You're essentially bribing them into giving you a higher grade. So
it is kind of shaded out then.
Right, but once you get that, you have more. The book is worth more money than other graded books. I don't like the company, but they have.
They're like the only one who really does it.
Yeah, well, no, there's other ones, but and the other problem with it is
credible.
Right now, the other companies I heard,
not really credible.
Right, right. Other companies I heard that they can authenticate the signatures. CGC does not authenticate. I shouldn't do authenticate signatures.
When they were at Atlantic City?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you had to bring a witness over with you.
That's what I did. Yes.
Because I wanted to get Scott Campbell to sign one of my Spider-Gwens, but he ended up canceling.
You have to grab somebody. You have to grab somebody of the CGC booth. They come with me. And they have to come there, and all they do is just stand there like a lump, like okay, and it's okay, and then they just put their signature, and now it's graded by that person. If it's not actually, all right, if I get Stan Lee, all right, let's take McNulty for Richard. He doesn't do any comic book. Let's say I have his book, and I go and I want that graded. Well, if I get that graded, they're actually going to take points off for his signature because that's markings. They won't authenticate it. They won't even try to authenticate it. It's just markings. It lowers the value. But if somebody actually witnesses, one of their bodies just look at it and put they just initial that they saw it, it's actually a bonus. They don't.
I want that job.
Yeah, right.
I don't want that job at all.
It's a riot.
Bunch of angry comic book nerds calling me. Why'd I only get a 9.3? What the hell's your issue? I don't know.
No, that company is one of the. It's terrible.
I'll remember that. I don't ever in particular care of getting anything graded, so.
Okay.
You got a couple nice ones that you should probably get graded.
But you send it through a dealer.
They're boarded and bagged, so that's good enough for me for right now.
Yeah, I want to keep it nice. Yeah.
So let me ask this: so you have this Deadpool collection. And some of the Deadpool comics are obviously becoming worth more and more money as all the hype is going out here.
I actually have a toy of his that's worth like $300 too. It's like, what is Marvel Legends?
Oh yeah.
It's him with like the little green character Dupe.
Oh yeah, Dupe.
Yeah, and that toy is like because somebody was actually talking in the Facebook group like, oh look at this toy. I'm like, oh I got that and this one, and then I looked up. I was like, holy.
Explain to them about the box that you could put it in, the plastic box.
What box?
That they do grading.
Oh, they do
boxes now for toys.
Yeah, they do grading for. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they'll grade anything.
I don't know about that. I don't take anything out of the box though.
But like, are you looking to now?
I don't either.
Like the market's going high. Are you looking to sell any of your Deadpool stuff? So you went through the effort like that.
I bought it for me in the first place, but.
That always kind of shocks me because a lot of people it's the same way.
Yeah, you buy low, sell high.
It doesn't matter any group I'm in, my motorcycle group,
fish tank group.
There's a lot of money in fish tanks, I'll tell you, but anything. But we all go through we buy something because we like it. You go through the effort, you get it, as if you want to sell it, you get it graded, and you all this value on it, and then you sit on it because you like it, but you went through all this effort, spent money to get a value associated with it, and then
Look how amazing my Captain America.
you get to a high, and you still don't want to separate with it.
It's kind of morbid, but I would get rid of it if I know I'm getting kind of old and gonna like croak. I would probably sell it before then, because then I know that I've seen the comic people and like the vendors or the dealers, they go and rip off the kids and the people. They go, oh yeah, all these books $35. You're like, are you serious? And they know what they're doing, and they turn around and like each book they sell for $100.
It's pretty much like GameStop.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
There's $6 for Halo 5.
right,
$55.99.
right. But no, that's the thing. It's kind of more. But I probably would have to get rid of it before, like if I knew. If I don't know, well, that's just.
I think if it was like ever time to part with stuff, I'd be happy selling my stuff to like another collector, even if the price was a bit more bargain as opposed to making full profit. As long as I know like it's going to a dude who likes the same stuff I like, and I know that at least they'll.
Oh, I'm first dibs.
You take like
you die anytime
like
soon.
I didn't say if I die.
He's gonna be.
What?
Said if I ever like sell it all off.
He won't be at your funeral. He'll be at your house.
No, all the Funko Pops are gonna be buried with me.
You're like, fuck.
They're going in the cremation bin with me. It's just gonna be ashes and melted plastic. It's gonna be gross.
Kind of like was it like Terminator?
Yeah, something like that.
Terminator.
Like you ever see when they pour like the molten metal down like the anthills? It's just gonna be kind of like that, but different.
Just plastic
plastic.
And
and
Rory.
ash.
What's Topher saying? It's
all-
the actual Topher.
He's actually talking to us.
See? That's why I did.
We're not
talk
used to
about
having
Topher.
someone in chat talking besides,
I did
besides
Spider
my mom.
Gwen-
My
Gwen
mom
Poole.
Harness. Yeah, Gwen. Well, they did huge. Almost every comic for a month got a Gwen variant.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the Gwen pool. I was able to get the Gwoot, the
I like
Gwen
how this is
Groot.
telling me that the stream health sucks, but the video looks great.
What do you call it? Did you guys aren't? I'm assuming you guys aren't into hip hop.
It depends.
Rory likes pop.
Oh,
I like everything.
I like everything.
Let's get it. I like some of those country songs. And Disney radio on Sirius, like 10 o'clock at night.
did you see all that?
It's like the craziest radio station I've ever heard.
Do you have
I don't have Sirius.
oh,
Or
I let it
XM. It's all
expire.
the same now.
I know, but I let it expire. I
Oh.
got it free for my car for a year, and as soon as I'm like, I'm not
Dude,
paying you
I'm telling
20
you,
bucks
when
a
I
month.
had that rental car, like we were just searching through the stations and like just like bump and dance music came on. It was the Disney station.
But did you see the No, I was thinking, the reason I asked about that because they had all the hip hop variants for Marvel.
I wanted those, and then they have cosplay variants coming out for November too. I wanted the Ant-Man
coming
one
up. Did
mostly.
you guys see the variants that are coming up in
With the Biggie. That's the Biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the Chronic, which is that's Dr. Dre. The Chronic, that's they did Doctor Strange.
Was that? Yeah.
They did Get Rich or Die Trying, which was Iron Man. They did Wale, which is the Deadpool cover.
Yeah, like I said, like I always like center on thing. Like I kind of go through
did it.
phases. Like when Ant-Man came out and I saw that movie, I was like, all right, I like Ant-Man now. Like, so I was like, oh, let me learn about Ant-Man. And I was like, oh, let me pick up Ant-Man stuff now. So
It's kind of weird because I don't know. It's kind of weird because they did the Ultron was different because Hank Pym made the Ultron and they didn't do that in the
Oh,
movie. And it's
man.
kind of like they screwed it all up and they go, oh, here's Ant-Man. I'm like, why were you doing that? They should have done him first. I don't know.
They have that Ant-Man was somebody else's Ant-Man story that was like supposed to come out back in like 1998, but they didn't have the technology to do the Ant-Man the way that they wanted to do it.
Wait, didn't they do Honey, I Shrunk the Kids though?
I know, but
Come on.
you ever been to that ride down at like Disney, Universal?
Love
Not
that
even a
ride.
ride, just a big ant like out in the middle of
Pretty
everything.
good ride.
Slide down the blade of grass and
now
stuff.
they don't have that anymore. Now it's
Harry
Bugs
Potter
Life.
World. Oh, Bugs Life.
yeah.
Harry Potter. Isn't
Whatever.
that Universal?
I don't even know which was which anymore. I want to go to Harry Potter World though.
I do too.
So bad.
Well, there's gonna be the first day Potion Masters. They're gonna be there.
What's that? Explain this?
It's a charity. So it's actually a woman. She's collecting money for Success Won't Wait for books for people to read. Underprivileged kids to read. There we go.
I
said
got
it.
you.
At the con?
And yeah,
Okay.
and she's gonna do basically what they do is like you're gonna go in. It's like you put yourself behind a. Topher did it. I actually used this picture for it. That's how I first got to know him. Yeah, you go to, like it's a book swap. So you bring an old book, you could bring it there and get another book. She has a lot of cool stuff. I think she has a Snape standee and everything, and you could stand behind a picture thing of Wanted, Alakazam, or I don't know.
For Azkaban
yeah,
prison.
and take, yes, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty cool. It's not a big like Harry Potter thing, but it's pretty cool. It's one table, and she sets it up pretty cool.
No, that's cool.
It's supposed to be a whole atmosphere.
Because they just released all those photos from the new Harry Potter stuff coming out.
Did you
That's
see
pretty
that
cool.
there is for $375?
Only.
Is that the class thing at the?
You can go to a mocked up Hogwarts and be in wizard school for 4 days.
Oh, that was in Poland.
In Poland.
Yeah, I saw that in the group, and I saw it today in the group. That was awesome. That was so crazy.
You're like, this is cool. This is cool. It's in Poland.
Poland.
Son of a bitch!
I was like Poland.
It costs $4,000 to get there and back. But only cost you $375.
I'll
for
just
4
ride
days.
my broom.
I'm sure to get medicals is cheaper, so you might as well go there and get yourself all fixed up. And
Might as well
you
just
know.
Right.
stay if you go in Poland.
Yeah, if you're making it to Poland anyway. I don't even know what's in Poland.
I don't know, but
Poland's a pretty beautiful country,
might
actually.
as well just stay. They got daisies or pansies or
Yeah,
something.
Tulips.
Pansies.
Got a lot of sausage.
Fucking pansies.
A lot of Polish
Love
sausage.
sausage.
I know you do.
I made you sausage tonight.
Yeah, you
Hey,
forced,
hey,
it,
hey,
forced
hey.
it down.
Let's keep this family program.
Forced it down his throat.
So you have 55 tables. Yes?
66 tables, but
You
like,
jumped that many
no,
tables?
it's like 55 different vendors, but it's like some have multiple.
Okay.
55 vendors, 66 tables.
Okay.
Yeah.
How full are you right now?
That's it.
You're
I
maxed?
can't even fit anymore if I wanted to.
Good. 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 How many people are you expecting now?
How many people? That's a hard question
I
because
noticed the one group is like up to 700 likes or
likes,
something.
yeah, and it's hard to figure out those numbers because it's like, all right, a lot of events they actually fudge the numbers a lot. Like sometimes if it's a multi-day event, they'll count the same person each day. So the big events, if they say, oh, we have this many people, if it's a 4-day event, they could actually have, some people could count as 4 people.
So what you're telling me is when PAX says that they have 70,000 people,
They might not.
I might have been counted twice.
That's the thing.
We might have been counted
There's
3
no
or 4
art.
times.
It's kind of weird. So it's like when it comes to that, it's kind of hard because I could give you a figure of what I really think I would get,
Yeah.
but then it might sound too high or too low compared to how other people count it, and that's why I try not to go into that number because it's like, oh man, that's kind of high. Are you really gonna get? And people say, well, there's not that many people around. That's kind of low. This other event said this X amount of people, and it's kind of hard because there's nobody auditing it.
Yeah.
There's no like audit. Not that I don't want that. I want people's hands off, but but it's weird because they actually
1, 2, 3.
right.
Your
but-
mom's gonna do it for you.
Right. No, that's actually my dad's
Oh,
job.
is it?
Yeah.
Sits in a chair by the door. 1.
But yeah,
Did I count you? 2.
but that's the
3.
thing. So I try not to get into that, but because other people say you count your staffing, they count the vendors, they count the panelists,
They count like every badge that
everybody.
goes
They said
out.
that like the fire code, like what you would tell the fire marshal,
Yeah.
and that's also screwed up because
Fire marshal, there will be
because
50 people
when
there.
Don't
Don't worry.
So right off the bat, I have no less than 55 people if I count everybody just as every vendor. And if they bring 2, that's 100 people. I'm like, all right, well, I could,
Yeah.
So it's like if I have a big event with like how many, and if I have a staff of I know this convention going on in North Jersey. I don't want to say the name because it's a little, please. I'm not gonna get into who it is or what it is or much of it, but yeah, they have 80 staff. 80 staff, and so that's gonna obviously count into that number of.
Who has 80 staff?
I'm
Just
not,
this
I'm
one.
saying,
Oh,
I'm not-
okay.
Pay attention, Samuel.
Sorry.
I'm not
sorry.
saying the name
I was
of
worried
that
about
one.
the cat attacking.
I'm not saying the name of that because that was. I'll just say I met them at RetroCon by the flyer table. Because
Gotcha.
We had flyers. We're like, oh.
I'm with you.
Yeah, but it was.
That's not bad.
Somebody said something. I think it's Topher again. Let's see what he says. You gotta pay attention.
Roy's
Yeah,
supposed
it's
to be
so
reading
hard.
that.
Yeah, but I can't read that from here.
He keeps forgetting to zoom in.
And then I bug out once I
Damn,
go back to the
so tiny.
computer.
Oh, okay.
Why is this so big?
I know. I'm like,
But,
what happened to my screen?
Now it's a 1-day event.
6 hours
What's going to push you to 2?
to 2 days.
3.
3 days. I don't know. 3 days.
3
All right.
days, I wouldn't do.
I'll try. Well, 3
Mom
days.
says no to 3
No.
days, so no to 3 days.
No, pretty much. Well, that was the thing I thought because 3 days gets a little iffy because you have to be legit huge. Because now you have to force people to take off work. The vendors to take off work, as well as attendees to take off work. Yeah. So you have to be legit huge for that. I've seen events do 3 days, and they're not big, and people don't show up the first day. And it's kind of like,
Even Atlantic City, Friday night was slow, man. Right. Saturday, luckily, a good crowd turned out, but Friday was slow.
Because 3 days is a tricky thing. Or Where's the World, and the other ones being 4 or 5 days. Excuse me. It gets tricky because it's like you're asking people to take off, and that's the problem. Even Sunday. Now I know a lot of the old time comic ones do Sundays, but even Sunday's a little iffy because people might not want to travel as far to you because they got to go to work the next day. But now, what would push me to it? Pretty much, all right. Here's the thing. Like, basically, I have a madhouse going on for 6 hours. Like, I mean, I don't even know how many panels, how many things, or anything. Basically, it would, if I get a decent amount of people, I don't see why I don't do a second day the next time, because there would be enough. I would have to double up the panels for a massive list, but yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. And it would be cool because now it depends on the venue. It would be cool if that's kind of my idea, but yeah, I'll say it because I don't know. It's not set in stone. It's just a concept. It would be cool that I could do something in the middle, if the venue would allow me to do something in the middle at the night. Like, say the bands or a DJ could do something through the night in one of maybe the panel room. You'll see that the panel room's a little bit tight for my liking, the way but I have to work with the venue and what they have. Yeah. The way it's gonna be. But that.
Did we mention where it was?
No.
Where is it?
Delaware.
I know it's in Delaware.
The state's only like that big on the map.
Actually, you know what? No, you know what's crazy?
There's just like really one road. No, you drive up and down, just wait to see everyone.
I'm gonna tell you this. So I was born in Manhattan. I lived in Queens when I was a kid. I went to Cherry Hill in South Jersey, which is like, close to Philadelphia and everything. I live in Media now, which is kind of, it's cool. I have a street that I could walk to and everything close by and everything. But you know what? That to me is all pretty, it's a little bit empty to me compared to what I'm used to in the city, but but you go to Delaware, it gets really empty really quick. But you know what's crazy? It's far. Like, I was surprised to see that Dover is 70 miles away from Media in Delaware County. I was like, whoa, and it's far. Like, you're driving, you're like, oh my god, like, things are far. It's not. It's bigger than you think. It's weird.
All right, so wait a minute. I don't know. What is the venue so that everybody knows?
Now, I have this in my mind, which is kind of scary. It's the Wilmington North. There's a Crown Plaza, Wilmington North, at 630 Namens Road in Claymont, Delaware, 19703.
Nice.
Might as well live there.
I might as well just
live there.
Yeah. We want to make sure we got everybody know where they need to go.
So you're going down 95 and you get off the Churchman's Road exit and go down that way.
It's exit. Right, all right, you go down 95, coming from north, from Philadelphia and everything. You go down 95. The numbers tick down. When you're in Pennsylvania, the numbers tick down. They come down to boom, and it shoots up to 11. Get off at 11. Go right there, and don't go off onto 495. Just go straight off right there. The hotel's directly in front of you. You got to go down, do a U-E at the light, and then you're in there.
In there.
Oh, yeah, it's in there.
It's probably the way I'd go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to make sure.
You like that, don't you? I could do that.
You can see underneath this table right now, Chris.
Oh, God. I need to grab it.
You're more than welcome to. There was this one time in college. These things happen.
There's one time in band camp.
We were all in band, so we actually went to band camp.
It's
not as gay as it sounds.
No, actually, I was too in high school.
It's a lot more tiring and
setting people's legs on fire.
Legs on fire. No, there was I was because I'm an Eagle Scout and everything, but there's a
that's what I'm talking about. Two Eagle Scouts now.
I got 2 palms. Who's another one?
I'm an Eagle Scout.
Do you have any palms? I got 2. I got 2.
What's a palm?
It's afterwards. You get 6 badges afterwards. Wait 6 months, you get 2 badges afterwards, and then another 6 months.
Why'd you do that, Rory?
Because I didn't even get my Eagle till after I was 18 anyway.
Rory's so
after you're 18.
Yeah. Well, there was like a bunch of conundrum. My dad was the scout leader. My dad was like union working dude, like worked his balls off. So like support our family. So we went to Key West on a high adventure trip.
The sea base.
And so since Dad was in Key West on vacation, he went out for a night, and like I guess the troop found out and they got all shitty about it. Like whatever, I didn't care. Everyone was asleep on the boat, so they like gave him hell, so he resigned. And then like they gave me a wrath, like every time I went to go for like my border review for Eagle, like they wouldn't give me the council border review. They'd be like, "Oh, you need to do another troop one." I'd be like, no, I don't. Like I'm ready for my council border review, and they just kept.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So eventually, and then next thing you know,
That's
like
the same shit that happened to me in my tenderfoot.
as long as you don't,
Tenderfoot.
That's why I quit.
as long as you're done everything before you're 18, you're good.
Yeah.
If the process takes longer than that, then you're fine.
Yeah,
so that's what
it's-
happened.
No, what do you call it? What were we talking about the Boy Scouts again? What was I talking about? They brought us up into that.
We're talking about band camp, then somehow we got into being an Eagle Scout with 2 palms. And
Yeah, no, it had to do with the Boy Scouts. What happened is something in Boy Scouts. One of the things. Well, you know, the kids get crazy. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember what it was.
Crazy.
Had to do with.
Did you get in the OA, the secret society?
The
Rory's in the
Order of
secret society.
Oh, yeah, I
You
love that,
really,
man.
You just really like flopping out underneath it.
No, I love being in
Wonderful.
OA. It was a blast. I had more fun in OA probably than I did in some of the scout stuff. You know?
I don't like it, man. I got in. I got the sash, but
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I didn't go any further. I was still ordeal. I never moved up through
Yeah.
the ranks in OA. OA's kind of a scam. They're kind of like, oh hey, pay us money so you can come do work all weekend. But it's
Well,
fun.
yeah, your mom's better just like, yeah,
yeah.
You know?
yeah.
It was a blast though, you know?
I don't remember what we
Most things set up to like get children's interest are all scams to like steal money from their
Yeah.
parents. Like you love this, keep coming to give us more money to do
I'm
this.
trying to think.
Whether
We
it's
had-
like gymnastics for your daughter, or dance class, or Boy Scouts, or
Yeah.
Girl Scouts, it's just like let's sell
Sell
cookies
more
and find a
cookies.
way to like make people want to buy these cookies.
You don't have to
Their
find a way. They're
request.
crack, man. I buy
You
them
got
every
that
year.
coming up soon.
Yeah, when's your kid going into Girl Scouts?
Nope, because I will eat every one of those goddamn
Well, who do you
boxes of
think's gonna
Caramel
help
Delights
you?
in my house.
Yeah, and Thin Mints.
And they'll send her in, and I'll just start eating them. And the next thing I know, I owe Girl Scouts $700 for like the 3 boxes of cookies that I ate. Because that's what inflation's going to do by the time my daughter's in
You know
Girl
what's
Scouts.
terrible? It's terrible is the popcorn.
we never
Boy
did
Scout
it.
popcorn?
We didn't
Yeah.
do the Boy Scout popcorn.
Like,
My,
can't they get up to like the caramel popcorn? Maybe
My troop.
no, it's
They do that. You can get the cheese.
not
and
now.
caramel.
One
Yeah,
of
the
our-
cheese ones. I don't
You
like
can get
cheese
the bucket.
ones.
You can get the tin bucket.
Yeah, but it's still super expensive and it sucks.
I
Better
know.
than selling the fertilizer.
Well, one of
Yeah.
our
Who sold fertilizer?
Yeah, we had
And the flowers.
one of our
We do
like troop
flowers.
What is the
Um,
flower? That's
parents,
the flower.
he was the owner of a local supermarket. So what we actually did is like 4 Saturdays a year, we made hoagies. Like, and all the meat was donated. The rolls
Right.
were donated from his
Tax write-off
supermarket.
for him.
You know what I mean?
Probably
And
old
literally,
meat.
and we sold them for like
Probably the slimy
$5
stuff
or something.
Yeah.
no,
Like,
it was,
oh, this-
no,
this slime is
it was
good.
Croppers when
What
Croppers
is it?
was
Is it
around.
chicken
It was
that-
John
what is that?
Cropper.
Was it the chicken that looks like wood?
Yeah,
What
pretty
is it,
much.
the-
But we
the
that's what
sugar
we
hill
did.
gang, you know?
We
So
we
it's
sold
slowly
hoagies,
rotting,
man.
looked like
It was
cheese.
crazy. You just made an order, like you went and
It's
went
just the
door to
worst
door, made
hoagies
an
ever. No
order
one's
list.
going to complain. No one's going to
No,
come
they
back
were
there and be like,
banging.
these are horrible.
They
boys."
were,
were
good.
really
No,
good.
They were good hoagies. I
Yeah.
remember those hoagies.
So like I got herpes of the mouth from that, but I can't go complaining to these kids.
No, we put the good pepper
Poor
sauce
kids.
on them.
Oh yeah, pepper sauce.
yeah.
all right.
Yeah, you know the pepper spread. That's supposed to bomb.
Pepper
Good
spray.
mayonnaise, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the special mayonnaise.
Yeah.
A lot of Boy Scout mayonnaise.
Animal semen.
Little-
Just like Subway.
It's like it's mayonnaise mixed with like a tartar sauce, get a little texture.
No.
All right, hang on. So $5 to get in.
Yeah.
Down at the Wilmington North Plaza.
The Crown Plaza.
Crown
Wilmington
Plaza,
North.
Wilmington North. There you
Yeah.
go. See?
Yep.
Thy Geekdom Con.
2015.
2015. November 14th from 11 to 5 p.m.
Yes.
Couldn't get home in time
After
for
party
Matlock.
for the steak. What's that steak place called?
The Claymont Steak Shop.
Claymont Steak Shop. Boom.
Steak.
Look at that.
Ready to go.
All right. We'll see everybody there. Now, is there anything else you need to add about your show? Like, who's helping you? Who's your team?
My parents.
Right.
We got. Oh Jesus!
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably whip this.
Yeah.
Cover him up.
Andy, hold that. Thank you.
I'm good for something.
That has seen better days. No, but,
It has. It's
we
like
had Michael
little-
Zapsik touch it, Ming Chen touch it, and
Who? Oh.
Mike and
got to
Ming.
touch it, and
Yeah.
who else we get to touch it? What's her name? The Clementine of the Telltale.
Oh, yeah?
Stalker. They touched this. Their DNA is on it. Isn't
Don't
that-
tell
Nice.
Rory
Doesn't
that.
that make you feel all warm and toasty inside?
It does.
On this beat up plastic.
I did
That's seen better days.
free comic book day last year. I did like a little self journey,
I think it's
and I
Melissa
went
Hutchinson.
I went all over Jersey. So I went up to Wayne and met up with Chris Campana to pick up a Spider-Gwen commission that he did for me. Then I drove down. I stopped at the stash in Red Bank. I got boned because
You got boned.
I didn't have 50 cents for a toll, the toll plaza, so I stopped the car in front of it and walked into this
you bent
neighborhood.
over
And some
took
lady
it like
was
a
like,
man.
"No, just drive through it. We drive through it all the time." And then Jersey charged me $50 for driving through a 50-cent toll. And then after Red Bank, I went down to Haddon Heights and met up with Phil at the comic station and talked to him, picked up some prints, and then I finally headed back home to Pennsylvania. So that was a fun day.
Was that in the
Talking about-
library, in the comic station, or they did?
No, it was at the store itself.
You should have told me about your toll issue. I'd
I'm trying to
add
think
you to
what
my
else is
Easy
there.
Pass and just said, yeah, you could get him out of it.
Yeah, so no, the
That's
only
fun,
thing
buddy.
that hasn't been, the only stuff that hasn't been announced yet really is nothing major at all. It's we're working on handmade trophies that are done because we do Warhammer and stuff. So
Yeah.
my mom makes here, I know how to paint it up, so that'll be pretty cool. We're trying to do some extra things for people like hide Pokeballs. You know, it's pretty funny. It's hide Pokeballs to get some stuff, and probably like a piece of artwork that we're gonna just probably nothing special that you're gonna cut up into little pieces and give it to vendors, and tell people to like make
And the kids
put it together and
so they
everything
get
to
it,
get people to go to all the vendors.
Okay.
Like, oh, I'm looking for this, and maybe I want to buy that crap, or maybe I want that thing there.
I want
I
to
know,
buy
man.
that stuff.
What kind of
animal
vendors are going to
semen.
be there?
All right. So there's a bunch. So we have a few steampunk, anime, a lot of craft people selling all kinds of different things, jewelry, parlors, of course.
Wands?
Wands. Yes, Harry Potter wands actually, like
There you
wood.
go,
Swords.
Nice.
Yeah, you're selling swords.
Yeah, tarot readings we got. What else is there?
Soaps.
Yeah, somebody selling soap,
That they
geeky
make in-
soap.
Geek soap?
Yeah, soap.
Smell already smells like BO.
The sweat of Link.
A lot.
So you can stink before you stink.
Good, I can get the little like buddy dude from Fallout 4 to like bathe me.
Yeah, put that thumb right up there, all day long. But no, what? So anyway, so what happened is that. So what I'm trying to think, they had,
Comic artists?
yeah, well, Phil McNulty, Mark Polton, he's from Jersey.
Okay.
He's worked on Savage Hawkman for a couple of issues. He has I think it's Enrico Botta. He worked on he worked for McFarlane Toys. And the Chris Katsakis, they're doing a panel together
Yeah, I'll be
based
buying
on
McFarlane stuff.
the one book. But he worked for Dell and Scholastic, so they're pretty cool. Oh man, who else? Nobody's super famous, really. They cost a lot of money if you do that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that. He was telling me that's
yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, no,
That's ridiculous how they do that.
that's what
So-
shoots the value up. I'm trying to think what else. There's so many vendors.
But
It's
in a lot of instances, those names also bring in a lot more people. If
well, you have to judge because
You would think.
There's
they have high demands, and you have to judge that are they going to bring in X amount of
But
dollars.
yeah, that's the
to
thing. You got to make
cover
sure that
that
you have the
cost.
cost covered for it. And
It's hard because
Andy, brown M&Ms. Seriously.
tell them what.
Tell them the story about the
What?
walker.
Brown M&Ms. These guys
What about the
demand
one-
like
Walking
stuff
Dead?
like that.
What about him?
Particular walker that was going to come to us.
Oh yeah, some guy who's like the Walking Dead. He was one of the. All right, so he contacted me, and he wanted to be there at the event. But of course, you have to pay him. But I don't know who he is. He's one of the zombies who who died, and he has one of those. You know, like
understand, like the talk. What is it? The end
Can you-
of,
can they hear her?
The Walking
Yeah.
Dead. What is it? The Talking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they always put those. When they die and
Yeah.
everything. So he's one of the.
Oh, God. And he wants to come.
I think he was the.
And he
yeah,
wants to be
but
paid.
the thing, yeah, they want to be paid. It's like they want airfare, they want food, they want cars, they a rental car, the book, like the room. Like I said, that room, cars, things, stuff, money, just spending money, and a guarantee. If they don't make X amount of dollars, I have to pay it to them.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
No, it's not. It's like,
Well, it will be
Yeah.
once
oh yeah, once you're famous,
once the train wreck people get paid to go to cons.
and people want your body,
You know.
Just don't forget our brown M&Ms.
What I like is the mix of everything: M&M's, Skittles, and Reese's Pieces all in one mix.
you're confused. You don't know what you're going to
Yeah,
eat
I
next.
just-
mixed with animal semen in there,
Yeah.
right?
You
Well,
eat
that's a-
animal semen.
That's a given.
Jesus.
It's a must.
Yeah.
I'm only into dude semen.
As opposed to what other kind of semen?
I don't know.
Is it animal semen technically?
Girl
food?
semen? I don't know how these things
Is it-
work.
Right now.
But isn't? I mean, if you take a bull, isn't that still dude semen? It's just a bull dude.
Yeah, that's a bull dude. That's like a minotaur. That's different.
Minotaur. Well, I mean, like, you're not saying about, like...
He likes human dude semen.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
human dude. Human dude. Let's keep
Human
it.
dude.
Let's
Oh.
keep it legal in Pennsylvania. Okay. I gotta go to Washington State
So
to
you're
go
not
blow
into
bulls.
so you're not into interspecies erotica.
No, lady
I don't- we
boys.
gotta be careful.
are kind of my
Lady
ticket.
boys.
You gotta be careful. I don't know if that's legal in Delaware.
What?
Well, Chris is gonna
Pennsylvania.
show me. He's gonna show me this. He's gonna take me to the back of the steak shop. we're gonna tenderize the bull before we eat it.
Oh my god! All right.
A little peppercorn seasoning on top.
Popcorn seasoning.
Peppercorn.
Popcorn.
Peppercorn.
Doritos seasoning. Some Cooler Ranch beef.
Ranch?
This is why we call it a train wreck.
Yeah, it all goes to
Anyway,
hell.
so anything else you want to add before I cut you off?
No,
And then we're going to talk about one thing before we end the show.
No, it's just that it should be a lot of fun. There's a lot going on for 6 hours.
Yeah.
It's
No,
only
and
6 hours. It's going to be...
Especially
I don't know how
people
to get
that
around to all the vendors.
people that haven't come to
hours.
cons and stuff, like this is a good starting con. Like it's going to be a little smaller, not just in
Yeah.
scale, but just and it's super local. Like that's not a far drive for us at all to make it to that chunk of
Yeah,
Delaware.
and the one thing that's cool is like the people in Delaware, they always have to travel to either Baltimore or to Philadelphia for places. They usually have to book the room. So now
Yeah.
now I'm screwing the people in Baltimore and Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Screw
I'm
you
okay
guys.
with that.
No, I mean
You
like
know?
it's different for them because they usually like they're told like, oh God, I got to get a room to go to Jersey. I got to get a room to go to here and there. It's like they always got to get rooms because nothing. Well,
So
nothing
we're kind of lucky enough where we're at right
We're in a
here.
good spot.
Like the Oak stuff, we just drive to
Oh,
every day when it's a multiple
All I know
day.
is
Philadelphia
when I go
is a train or a drive.
When I go to Oaks, I always go down. All right, so I'm going down the highway, down the blue route because I live in media, so I go down the blue route and everything. And I don't know, I go on these other roads, other highways to get onto it. And all I know is I go down a road that has a battery, the mailboxes. One's a walrus, one's a battery, and what's the third one? And I see this every time. And then I
don't
take
even
a
know what
left.
that is.
It's like, then I take a left.
See,
I get off Trooper.
Oh, you go through
And I
Trooper
take a
Road.
left.
Well, he's coming down
Yeah,
into
I
it.
And then
I
I,
know,
and
I
I
know.
take this
It's
left,
true,
and I go down this road, and I know I'm going to see these 3 mailboxes of crazy things. And then I know, oh, take a left, and then it's going to be on the right.
A motorcycle.
A motorcycle. So it's a walrus, a whole full walrus. Like I open the mouth for your goddamn mail. I don't know what that is. I don't know. She tried to take pictures while you're driving, but it doesn't work.
Just be those people that stop in their driveway.
Right.
Just to
I'm
take
gonna
pictures
take
of
a-
their
Your
walrus.
fucking walrus mailbox.
I grew up in a country. People just stop to take pictures of cows. They all have New York plates on them, and they literally stop, and they don't even pull the shoulder. They stop, get out of the car, and take pictures of cows. And then go into the outlets.
That's
what they do.
interspecies erotica right there.
Well,
That's pinups for me.
grew up in a country. We had to look at them
Jeez,
too.
Mom. We finally start going on the right path again. And you feed right into the fire. Jeez.
All right, let's talk about this one thing.
Oh, does he,
What do you wanna
did Topher
talk
say
about?
anything?
Men's that sign went
Men's
into the men's bathroom at RetroCon.
Yes, it did. It did.
Dude.
And then y'all replied with yuck.
Yes, it did. And the sign is
He was in there
also.
too.
I'm amazed you don't have like a little hole cut out here for when it's in the main.
Yeah.
It was right there. I taped it up.
Oh. Well, that's pretty smart.
was
Yeah, I
in
guess
there.
that's about the right size.
Somebody had a millimeter Peter.
Yeah.
He was in there a little too long.
Oh,
That's my concern.
Dude, oh my. I can't. I thank God I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
I went.
I need some Purell.
When I went and started looking for those Voltron
Legs?
legs. Well, not the legs. I started looking for other stuff. I was down in the boxes looking and stuff, and there was a very, very large. I'm a big guy, and I'm calling this guy very, very large. And he was in front of me, and I got a woof
of like his butt area.
Oh my god! And I was
Sam's just like, ooh, Voltron legs, and just like man ass. And even I was just like, I'm not digging in those fucking boxes.
the
Sam's like, oh, look at all this stuff. I'm like, don't care.
yeah. And then it hit
Don't
me.
give
and
a
I was
shit.
Like, I was like,
There's-
oh, I'm
All right,
done.
all I'm gonna tell you is I'm not gonna say anything about this, but there's this bookstore in Delaware that this dude he works there, and you know he's not the swiftest man, he's not the best man in the world, and he's kind of a ball buster. But I'm gonna tell you this: he goes and he sits there, and he gets up, he turns around, he's like, "Oh, let me get these books," and he's a big man, and you're just getting hairy, flat, huge ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Back ass.
Back ass. That's what Sam
it's
did to the
just-
camera
That's
last
what I
week.
did last week.
this is a quick way to make your penis soft. So I
Back
mean,
ass.
you think about that.
Well, may make yours soft, but
Oh yeah.
you know. Let's be honest.
Here we go.
So the only thing I want to say is
Oh,
no,
God.
I haven't thanked these guys for me, but I should thank all the people that did the 2 videos for me, all the cosplayers, which is a lot of people. So they were
Go for it.
awesome. I don't know.
Run
I'm going to try to
down
remember
names.
all their names. Best
Go
I can.
ahead.
They're on the
Go
credits. So
for it.
obviously we have T. Pulio. I keep on putting his full name, and he doesn't want that.
That's this guy here.
Yeah, that's him. So it's T. Pulio. We had Hydra Steve. We had Dina and Nick Bialota for the first video. We also had, what's her name? Crystal. I'm not even gonna. It starts with a K. I'm not even gonna try to
Marika.
do her last name. We have Marika Levine, who's also doing a panel. Who else do we have for the first video? We had a girl from. She came from North Dakota.
What?
Yeah, she was there at the she was a pokey trainer coming out of the toilet, out of the I can't remember her. Her name was Marcy, I think. And who else was? All right, so then we had Craig, Craig for the last one. He's kind of young, so I don't want to say his name. Ari Latin, who's also running the Smash Brothers tournament. We had Sean Stats and
Derek.
Yeah, Derek Bradley, who's a super pool, and he's like,
That's not what he used to do.
he does MMA and everything, and he knows the world's tallest hypnotist. But he's the one who goes, he's the guy who goes, 5 Mai Tais, my friends. He goes, yes, come and get them. Like really creepy. Yeah, that's it. It's funny as hell. Who else was there? Is that everybody?
More people.
There's more people. I'm just forgetting.
He had like 9 Deadpools in this one.
Yeah.
Super
Oh, and
Deadpool.
and Alani, the little girl. That's Derek's little girl. One of his 3 little girls. Trying to think that.
I remember.
There's so many people that we just have. It's funny. We just grab them and then we just go with it. Like, all right. Oh, and what's his name? Nick Rodano. He was one of the he was Attack on Titans. So he's one of the Titans are coming from the first video. Oh, who was that kid on Tim Masterson? He's like, I don't want to get in the robot. I'm scared. You ever see the first video or no?
I saw like half of it.
They're
I believe.
terrible.
Yeah.
No, that's the beginning of the first. Well, they're
Okay.
purposely bad.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be bad and awful to be funny. Like as funny as you can get. Like really. The old lady in the first video, I don't know who the hell she is. She was just there picking some fucking berries and shit. And Topher's like, I'm gonna go bother him. I'm like, Mom, run there, run behind him to film that shit. And we just fucking just threw her in there. Also, if you watch this video, the one we just did, it's kind of funny because
I
it's
actually
the
watched
part.
that one today.
Well, you know how I'm talking? I'm like, oh, we got all these vendors and all this going on, and then I pause.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, my mom, I was going to go get those pizza boxes I threw. It's like, and my mom just kind of followed me. And you have Derek and T. Pulio, and Derek's fucking dancing with the geek sign. And I was like, did you know you filmed that? I said to my mom, I was like, did you know you filmed that? She's like, no. But I'm like, I have to fucking put that in there somehow because it was fucking epic. I'm just they were like dancing and shit. I was like, what is that? Like, that was completely unscripted, off to the side. I don't know what they were doing. They probably were thinking about some man ass, but no, but it was the funniest thing I've ever seen, and I was like, I was like, I gotta put that in there somewhere. I just had to. It was just so ridiculous. It was funny.
That's good.
That's awesome.
But yeah, thanks to all the cosplayers and T. Pulio for hanging out.
Yes, thank you for hanging out. Oh, look, we're at the 4. Oh, more comments. So, the one thing I want to talk about. Activision spent $5.9 billion and bought
Candy Crush.
King.
Well, is it approved yet,
Yeah. Yeah.
or is that something that has to go through approval first?
It happened.
At that money, I assume it has to go through some sort of approval first. That's a lot of money.
$5.9 billion. I just want to let that settle in for everybody. There's a lot of freaking money.
That's more than Twitch money. More than Twitch.
Yeah, it was more than Twitch.
Way more than Twitch.
But what do they churn in a day in profit?
Who?
King.
I'm not sure.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But just think about all the information that Activision just got. Cell phone numbers, information about your Facebook account information. They just gained access to all of that by getting a hold of King.com.
And it just I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
If you're okay giving all that information to King, a
I
small
didn't
little
give- I
game,
didn't- I didn't
I don't think anyone's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
that concerned
I
about
don't
giving it to EA.
Sometimes it
Or
can't
Activision,
pass
I
that
mean.
information.
Yeah, but essentially you just
according to how
gained
it's
that many
Okay.
subscribers to your company now
Well,
from
that's what they
another
did when
company.
they-
No. You
No?
still have to.
Yes.
No, Activision can't subscribe them into their thing. There's opt-in laws. they have to go in and repost a new opt-in for all those customers if they want.
And everyone's gonna be like,
it'll
"Yep,
probably
Candy
be-
Crush."
and that's
And
the-
they
No
may.
one reads an opt-in or an end user
and
license agreement.
They may, and that's fine. But they have. There's another step that has to go through to opt them in.
All they're
You can't auto opt someone into.
all
a
they're
program
gonna
like
do is they're gonna update all Candy Crush games, and
And
you're gonna have to hit this, and you're
Ooh,
but, yeah,
Warcraft
still-
Puzzle Fighter. It can
Warcraft
finally
Crush.
happen. Warcraft Crush.
Saga.
Little
I don't
battle
know.
axes
See,
and stuff.
I don't know. I don't know. People rate EA as the worst company, gaming company.
No, Ubisoft.
Activision is first. They're the ultimate scumbags, and then actually Ubisoft has taken over as second. Because man, they really went.
They are a scum. They are the scumbags.
I know they're Blizzard and everything, and people like Blizzard and things, but it's still the
Yeah,
Still
but
love
see,
Blizzard.
the nice thing about Activision Blizzard, okay, so when Vivendi bought Blizzard, they kind of merged them together with Activision. Then
they left.
Activision and Blizzard purchased themselves back out of Vivendi. Vivendi said, "Fine, whatever, go your
Now
own
they're
way."
back, and I think now Vivendi's investing in Ubisoft.
I thought they were done with gaming.
No, read that. I think they just did that the other week.
Oh, I have to look
I
that
think
up.
just like last week. I kid you
Great.
not. They're back in causing trouble.
So
There goes any future Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
there will be another one out tomorrow.
Damn it, it's gonna be another Unity again.
Ugh.
So, and then you had, but now with those two companies, Activision kind of works as its own thing, and Blizzard works as its own thing, even though they're the same company. But at the same time, Blizzard has helped Activision with Destiny.
Ugh.
The whole Diablo team came down and pretty much shadowed the Destiny team and gave them pointers and said, "Do this, do that," this
Had
that,
a
the other
fucking
thing.
game up.
Yeah. So.
Did you guys like Destiny?
I think it's fun. I
Yeah,
like
Taken King.
playing with friends and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, because that's
I got a
what the-
bow. It was pretty awesome.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
the Blizzard team came down and helped out with Taken King.
Did
Apparently,
you do the challenge in Taken King to do that thing where you had to go in one room and do in 5 minutes kill so many things so you can get the one badass sniper rifle?
No, because I barely played it because everyone kind of fell off of it.
yeah, there's
So.
what is Taken King was supposed to be Destiny, and the story that was supposed to be in Destiny was supposed to be on the level of Lord of the Rings and Star
Oh, it is. The
Wars.
problem is it's all on fucking grimoire cards. It's not actually in the game.
Yeah. I hate
No, that story was completely removed
Yeah,
from
but
the
that's
game.
years ago.
No, it was only 2 years ago
That's years
before
ago.
the game came out.
All I know.
Yeah,
is,
they got all new writers and redid the whole thing.
Whole thing.
all I
But
know.
you can still find out most of it. Literally, the whole story in there, it whether it would have been in the game or not,
Yeah.
if they still went the grimoire card route, you get all these grimoire cards, then you have to sign
No,
on
they
to
were
fucking
supposed to- there used to be-
BungieNet.com, and then you read the whole story.
There used to be a bunch of cinematic videos and everything that were in the game, but they didn't have enough time to put it in because of the release date.
I don't know. The
Mercy of
whole
Activision.
whole thing. First of all, all right. So they took the whole gameplay of Halo. It plays
Yeah,
good, the gunplay. But the whole thing that happened is that so basically when Microsoft split up with Bungie, so they took 343 is a lot of the original people of Bungie. So
Yeah.
they retained the bulk of the people. Then there's also this third company that gets forgotten about, but they work on solely multiplayer. They help out with a lot of the add-ons. I can't remember the name. I think it starts with a C. They do a lot of the multiplayer for Call of Duty stuff and
Is that cryptic?
no, it's another no, it's another one. And I'm trying to think the name of
I
it.
can't remember.
And that's the thing. So they don't even have the.
But I
That's
know
why the
what you're talking
multiplayer is kind of shaky. That's why a lot of the stuff was shaky. They didn't. They essentially had the shell of Bungie, and they just took the name over, and it's not.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot I didn't like with it. I don't know. It's just. I'm disappointed with the game.
Well, I think they get the hype train gets so big, and especially Assassin's Creed, they put out those gorgeous cinematic trailers, and you're like, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna jump on trains. I'm gonna fuck shit up.
Well,
I'm
wear
gonna
a
be an
top
assassin. Fuck the top hat. I'm gonna wear my murder hood the whole time.
I got a cane.
That means you're shooting
does have a
above the
cane.
knee.
I'll kill everyone.
No, but I mean, you're not
Top
shooting.
hat,
The murder hat
swing
means
below
you're
the
shooting.
knee.
Murder hood means everyone in this room is dying.
No, above the knee.
Awesome.
You can't do
Above
that.
the-
We're innocents.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
I
got it,
can
don't
kill.
worry.
I'll run you over with the horse and carriage.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Yeah,
you
you
can only
can.
kill so many innocent civilians
Before you
before
get
it desynchronizes.
Oh well, at least they let you kill a couple now.
Yeah, it says
'Cause they-
warning:
I had-
assassins did not kill innocent
I had to do.
civilians.
I had to do a cargo hijack, and it wanted me to go down this alley, just populated with citizens. So they were fodder.
Yeah,
for the
there's some
carriage.
portions of this game where it just doesn't care. It's like, they killed
Yeah,
some
I
people
just
here.
killed 30 people that were completely innocent, but that's okay.
I don't know if your child is doing like gymnastics
What the
upstairs.
hell
Or...
was that?
I think he just TKO'd your wife.
RKO.
RKO'd. Yeah, so I'm still surprised about Activision making this move. I like this. I'd rather say Activision than Activision Blizzard, because I have a feeling Blizzard isn't
No,
is
Blizzard's
probably
not
like
part of that decision.
It's a lot of money. I mean, that's a crazy.
5.9 billion is a ton of money.
I mean, and that's,
What can I do with 5.9 billion? I don't need that much.
Oh, I do.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yep.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna buy my own little island in
You
like
don't need that much to
Dubai.
buy an island.
Sure you do.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
To buy a nice island.
Yeah, it has to
No,
be a nice
you don't.
island.
You want to get a little shitty island? You go get yourself a little shitty island.
My
I want my
buddy's-
big ass
buddy's
island.
parents just bought an island. It was not.
Whose parents bought an island?
Dave, ask him about it.
Dave who?
Oh,
Dave
the
Work
tall guy.
Dave?
Yeah.
I don't believe
I
Dave
bet it's
Work
not a
Dave.
good, awesome island out in like the
Bet you he murdered his
with
parents.
a mansion
Above
and a
the-
helipad and like a fleet of like various types of
It's
boats
like,
that
it's
you
like
want.
9 acres or something like
Yeah,
that.
That's not
That's
an
not big.
island.
That's a big
That's a
island.
That's a
No, that's a
marsh.
sandbar.
That's
okay?
like,
Yeah, that's a
that's
sandbar.
like
That's a
4 of my
sandbar.
houses.
All right, wow.
Or that's like
Wow.
how many? I don't know.
yeah.
I don't
no.
want to be able to see the other side
Yeah.
of the island.
Yeah, I want my guest house to have that island be inside the pool of the guest house.
Look,
what?
I don't know.
I want the
don't know
pool
where
of the
that
guest
went.
house to be
I don't
so
know.
big
That
it
was
can
like
house
island-
a 9-acre
islandception
island in
type
it.
thing.
And that's the guest house. I want my house to be giant. Like the driveway, I want a motorcycle racetrack as my driveway
where
for
I
my
got
house.
this way.
That should be awesome.
Yeah, it's like that. I think Kawasaki did a commercial like that. Dude, just like Rick Rowan and bike.
John Cena.
You know, like that one commercial.
Don't play that
the
shit around
chipper.
me.
Do you guys see that? That's an old thing. That prank they did to somebody on the radio. John Cena coming down your block to come. Rah! It's like John Cena. They kept on. Is that what that is? Like,
No, it's just.
you ever seen that prank?
Yes.
Yeah, it was funny.
Have you ever seen Stone Cold E.T.?
No.
You need to look up Stone Cold
Oh
E.T.
no.
All right, I think that wraps this up. So I'm going to let you run down your things. ThyGeekdomCon.com. See, I got that one. You can handle the rest.
So yeah, and it's at Thy Geekdom Con. Everything else: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything
Okay.
else. It's at the Wilmington North Crown. No, the Crown Plaza, Wilmington North, at
Alright.
the 630 Namens Road in Claymont, Delaware 19703. Yeah, it's 11 to 5
On the 14th.
on November 14th. There's going to be and then afterwards you could go down on Philadelphia Pike, which is around the corner from it, the Claymont Steak Shop.
Yep.
And also the ticket's good for at any. There's 2 other steak shops. You get 10% off any of them as well.
Oh, all right.
So that's pretty cool. Not all the restaurants wanted to work with me on that. Because there was a little bit of a controversy over that. But they're the ones who worked. And they're happy. They want people in costume, actually.
Oh,
So
all right.
the other ones, they're not so fond of people in costume. So, I don't know. I see it as good business, right?
$5 to get in.
Yes, $5.
Plenty of vendors to visit.
Mm-hmm.
A great starter con if you have never been to a con.
Yeah.
I've never been to a con.
Well, you going to go with us?
Well, never been to this kind of con. Yes, I might go.
All right. Well, there you go. So it'll cost you $5 to get in. Because you're not scheduled to be on the panel with us.
I think I can afford $5.
That's the concept. That's really the concept behind it.
So yeah. So check that out. We'll have this up tonight as well. You'll be able to check that out and read more about it. Go to the Facebook page, like his Facebook page, do all that. You know,
All those
Support.
rounds.
support Thy Geekdom Con.
Yeah, you can also go on Eventbrite if you search on Eventbrite and buy tickets now if you want. It'll probably get you. Yeah, it will get you in faster. So
Oh,
yeah, and also no, the cosplay contest, the Smash Brothers tournament, you probably should get there at 11, so to get that started.
can I just bring my Mario and let him fight for me?
You talking about the little amiibo
The
thing?
amiibo. How's that gonna work?
Because this Mario's a bastard.
Well, I mean, no, it has to
He's
be.
level 50 and trained.
Well, no, you have to bring your own controller anyway, and it wouldn't be on the pad. So you'd want to bring like your own GameCube controller.
So my Mario can't fight for me?
No amiibos, no custom
Son of a
characters. Has to be the straight. Like I don't think he's using custom moves either.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, Samus and Mario already tag team that.
Right? I just want to see if anybody can beat him.
Look at that. You got the gold one.
Oh yeah.
And it's over. So games coming out for
You got
what?
Shulk. That's awesome.
What one those?
We don't play around with any of those.
Running late. I mean, I think we already covered most of the good games.
Tomb
coming out
Raider
here.
coming out next
4.
week. Fallout 4.
Oh, Tomb Raider's this week.
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Tomb Raider's
on
out,
the
man.
Wii U.
Tomb Raider's
Really?
on the 10th, bro.
Have you played Xenoblade Chronicles?
Tomb Raider came out the 3rd.
It's a really good game.
It was like
On the
I
Wii.
kind of had a very
Rise of the
very
Tomb Raider?
It's a
yeah
really
Rise
good
of the
game.
Tomb Raider. I had a very big hate relationship with
Comes out on the
RPGs for a
10th.
long time until I was older and like
I'm reading the
understood it
list.
Oh,
a
the
little bit
Xbox
more.
bundle came out
So now it's
yesterday.
like now it's hard to go back to the older games and try to play
But
through
look, the
them.
Rodeo,
Xenoblade Chronicles
the
is
Sky
coming
Soldier.
out. X is new
Okay,
for the
okay.
Wii U. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles.
I mean,
itself
really,
is
here's
good.
your game preview. Upcoming games: Fallout 4, done.
Deadpool's getting
Amiibo Festival?
Deadpool's getting
Fallout
re-released.
4,
What do you
done.
mean re-released?
It's coming onto the Xbox One, PlayStation 4.
What's it going to have in it that's different than the first game?
Nothing.
All right, well, then I don't care.
No, it's Deadpool.
It was
I
too
want
short.
I don't care. It's Deadpool.
It's too short.
Yeah, I got the full
Pissed me
1,000
off.
on it. The full 1,000.
So you got that going on. All right, so to wrap us up, if you want to learn more information about us and the podcast that we do, check us out, www.trainwreckgaming.com, trainwreckgaming.com/Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can go to patreon.com/trainwreckgaming, donate, help us grow this podcast. Rate, hate, subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you to everybody who goes and does that. It's very important. You can also go to trainwreckgaming.com/Amazon. Christmas time is coming up. You got all these video games that are coming out. Please use that link. Go buy your stuff. That helps us out. You can also go to trainwreckgaming.com/audible. Get yourself a free audiobook. Helps us out as well. I want to thank Chris for being here. I want to thank Chris's mom for being here. She got him here on time.
I feel sorry.
Thy Geekdom Con is coming up next weekend.
I can't see like
Don't forget you have
works.
for us this weekend. You have the 24 hours of gaming, which you can go to gaming.youtube.com/trainwreckgaming. You can find all that stuff and you can get us there. What am I missing? extra-life.org/team/trainwreckgaming. You can donate there. Help us out. We really appreciate it. That money is going to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, or CHOP.
they're gonna be there. They have a table there.
Extra life.
Extra Life. Cool.
Yeah.
So you can donate. You can send checks, money orders, whatever you want to us. PayPal to us if you want as well, and we'll make sure the money goes in. We got a lot going on this weekend. We got a lot going on next weekend.
I hope someone's buying a case of like Red Bull or something.
Somebody will buy something.
Big packs of no-dos.
We will be at the Thy Geekdom Con next weekend, the 14th, hosting a panel with our friend Phil McNulty, who is a comic book artist for the Man of War comic from William Shatner. He's done work with Smodco from Kevin Smith, and he's also doing work with Stan Lee now. There was supposedly some big announcement. I don't know if he actually did the announcement. I'll have to check with him, and then you can check out our site, and we'll have it up there. Is that it? Did I miss anything?
No, I think we're solid.
All right, cool. Again, thank you to Chris. Thy Geekdom Con next weekend, the 14th, $5. Rattle it off again. Where is it?
The Crown Plaza, Wilmington North, at 630 Namens Road in Claymont, Delaware, 19703.
There you go. So you got that. Make sure you're down there. Check it out. Awesome con coming up. Thank you, everybody.
And hey, Topher, if you're still alive out there.
We got a heart from Topher. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys next week. Peace out. Give it 10 seconds and then hit the button.
I'll hit whatever button I want.
Okay. Just wait a few minutes. I can see me still talking, so just wait.
He's thinking about mayonnaise.
You can stop now because on the stream over there, it's to the point where it's beyond.
No, it's not. I'm still watching it.
The stream on his thing is well beyond because I just stopped giving the finger a second ago, and I was giving the finger
Yeah.
beforehand.
Which one are we going
You can
for?
kill it,
That one or
dude.
this
It's only
one?
15 seconds.
Well, this is the actual stream. Okay, you can stop it.
Sure.
I'm watching the actual stream on his computer.
Yeah.